So I want to talk about Bitcoin for a minute and the webbot. Now, you know, back in, September or October, Bitcoin, webbot said, watch Bitcoin, wait for it to go to 408, then 428, past that, come back down. It should hover up and down above 408 three times, and then the third time going above 408 should be the telltale sign as far as what's coming in the future for silver to make a very large move. Now, you know, I've made a couple videos recently saying, guys, we've got over a 10% move now in silver in a fairly short amount of time. I think this is what the webbot was talking about once silver made its move. Now, he sent me an email, and I've been thinking about this recently because, you know, one of the founders of Bitcoin came out not that long ago, as in like maybe a month ago, and maybe a month and a half, somewhere around there, and said, the blockchain technology is messed up. It was never done right to begin with. It's never going to work. It's going to end up failing. It's already like tapped out right now. The thoughts were there, but whatever behind it wasn't there and just didn't work. It's not going to work. It's going to fail. Oh, and by the way, I went and joined a big bank. Excuse me? Yeah, I went and joined a big bank. They hired me. So you think your little nonsense spiel is going to stop this giant snowball that's rolling downhill, so to speak, of Bitcoin usage because you said so and you just showed your hand by joining a big bank. You piece of crap is what I have to say to that person. But I saw that up Bitcoin down below 408, down in the 360, 70 range and somewhere around there. Hovered around the 370s for a while. Very recently, as in today, jumped well past 408, was up to 418, 417, somewhere around there. And I said, you know, and it's funny, Cliff always emails me as I'm either discussing something, usually with my wife, about the exact thing, then he emails me out of nowhere. Or I'm thinking about it just like the last few days or something, and then this email just comes from him, like, you know, like he's psychic or something. But he sends me this chart, and I said, that's, you know, it's funny because I was just thinking about this. Those little moves that we thought was 408 back down, 408 back down, some of that happened in the same day. So were we, again, we just interpret the data as best we can, were we a little early on that? In other words, was that just one move? And then a little while back was the second move. And now, or excuse me, a little while, today was the second move up and past 408. And then the third shebang is coming shortly. Then we see a skyrocketing of silver that makes you cry. Or, in other words, significant. So here's the chart that someone sent him, which he forwarded to me. So, and you can read it. I've been counting this one as the first break above and below. But it shouldn't be counted because on the daily candle, it didn't close over 408. So on the record, it didn't close above 408. It did go past and come back down if you're watching the live charts that day, which I think I was. I was watching it relentlessly. So he said, but it didn't close above it. So should we even count it? And the answer is that he's saying, so it shouldn't be counted. I'm going to say, not that I know for sure it shouldn't be counted. I'm going to ask, should it have been counted? And the answer is I don't know. But seeing what's happening with the price action of gold and silver recently, the fact that this guy comes out, this bozo from Bitcoin, you know, one of the creators, tries to poo-poo Bitcoin, it works temporarily, price goes down, now it's back up and it's literally back on fire again. And as you see from the chart, I've been counting Cliff's Bitcoin wrong. He said Bitcoin would go up through 408 and break back through 408 two times, and the third time, 408 would be the floor. Then shortly after, silver would be like a shooting star. What's recorded on candles are the daily open and close. So here's the second one, he says, the second break and below, above and below. And let me move my fat head. The third break above is getting ready to happen, so this is when the 408 floor should take place. Again, assuming, and I'm going to say it for this person, whoever this is, assuming their theory, their thoughts are right. None of us know. None of us claim to know for sure. But I'll be damned if that webbot didn't call this well in advance. I've done all the update videos afterwards, so you know I'm not lying. And then we saw it happen right in front of our faces. But, and this would be a huge but, what if that third and final move, and the second one for that matter, they weren't all in the same month of December or whatever that was, or was it November, late November, December, whatever? That was like one move, the first one. Then we had the second one right here, right above my finger, right this way. And what he's saying now is, you know, third break is above this line getting ready to happen. So this is where the 408 floor should take place, he thinks. All I know is that even with a 10% move up in silver and gold in a pretty short period of time, to me, I said, you know, that sounds like this could be the webbot hit. He said after 408 was breached, 428 and all that, and then it hovered above 428 for a while. Whereas going above and below 408 happened pretty quickly. And then Cliff said the third time, it should stay above that. Problem was, it did stay above it, and it stayed and stayed and stayed. And I said, man, this is staying. Holy crap, I think this is the webbot hit. So then we see silver make its move. All of a sudden, this moron comes out from, you know, Bitcoin land, tries to poo-poo it. The price does plunge below 408. So then you have to sit back and say, well, hold on. I thought that wasn't supposed to happen. I thought Bitcoin should have a floor in it above 408. As a matter of fact, above 428. But it didn't. So if you look at what this guy's showing, the open and close price of Bitcoin, the three moves above 408, below 408, above, below, etc., didn't actually happen yet. The second one has. The first one, the second one has. Again, if his interpretation's right. And the funny thing is, I've been thinking about this since that moron opened his mouth and I saw Bitcoin plunge. I said, well, but wait a minute. Silver did make a hefty move, and that happened after we thought the Bitcoin thing happened, which appeared to. But was it a hefty enough move? Hard to say. It's data. Just it's being interpreted. Was it interpreted? But it went back below 408. That wasn't supposed to happen. There was no data in the webbot reports that said look for that. So, is it possible that this person's right? And from what I'm thinking, I got to be honest, I think he is. And I also think that even though we had a nice 10% plus move in a short period of time with precious metals, that wasn't it. Even though it appeared that it might have been the move, I don't think that was it. I think that's a warm-up. I'll be honest with you. I think it's a warm-up. So, just wanted to share this with you. Something to think about. If you're on the fence, should I get some more silver, gold? You should be a buyer. Prices are still low enough. You should be a buyer, especially with silver. Take care.